the questions with the answers. How often do you exercise in a week? That's number one. How often? How often means how many times? Well, how often do you exercise in a week? Of course, I use the time to chat with my colleagues. I don't think this is even related to exercise. Never. I always eat out. I usually take 15 or 20 minutes for a coffee. This is not about exercise. Sometimes when I deal with foreign customers or foreign clients, of course, you're not going to exercise with foreign clients. I get time early on weekends. What do you think of all five works as an answer to the question, how often do you exercise in a week? Perfect. How often do you exercise in a week? I get time early on weekends for exercise, of course. Thank you. I'd like you now to continue reading. Do you work at night? Do you bring lunch? Do you take your full lunch hour? Do you have a break in the afternoon? Well, let's see the answers and check yours. Check your answers and give yourself a score. Thank you. How often do you exercise in a week? I get time early on weekends. Remember, we can say on weekends or at weekends. So we can either say on weekends or at weekends. Both are possible. Thank you. Do you work at night? Sometimes when I deal with foreign clients. What's another word for clients? Perfect. Perfect. Such a great memory. Clients means customers. Do you bring lunch from home? Never. I always eat out. I always eat out. Do you take your full lunch hour? Of course. I use the time to chat with my colleagues. What's another word for colleagues? Who knows? What's another word for colleagues? Yes. Your co-workers. Perfect. So the people you work with are your co-workers or your colleagues. Thank you. Do you have a break in the afternoon? I usually take 15 or 20 minutes for a coffee. Well, let me remind you of something. Do we say I usually take or I take usually? Which is which? Which is the correct one? Of course, it's I usually take because it's already written in front of you. But why is that? As I told you, if we have a main verb like take, which has a meaning, we call this a content verb, a verb of action. So the adverb of frequency comes before it. So I usually take rather than I take usually. Okay, so I usually take is the correct position. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Inshallah, we're going to have more practice about this next time. Thank you.